a show dedicated to the people, events, and news of BC's Peace Region. Here's your hosts, Dub Craig and Steve Berard.
Good morning, I am Dub Craig. Just me this morning. Steve is off once again. Today, I'm very happy to have one very special guest joining us. We're going to be talking a bit about the Fort St. John Literacy Society. They offer a variety of programs to the community, including the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which provides a free book every month for children signed up in the program between birth and age 5. Now, the program is in need of funding, so we'll be joining the society on September 17th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. outside of Safeway for the Imagination Library Radiothon to help raise the funds to keep this wonderful program going. So to talk about the Radiothon and all the other wonderful work the society does, we're joined now by Fort St. John Literacy Society Executive Director Danelle Boyd. Danelle, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Dub.
Thank you so much for being here today. I thought we'd start with a bit about the Literacy Society in general. If people don't know what the society is, what you do, tell us a bit about the society in Fort St. John.
So the Fort St. John Literacy Society has been around since 1990. We have been providing literacy in the community and surrounding communities for our residents living here. So this is not only for persons who are citizens, we also provide services for permanent residents and temporary residents on a whole. So we're here to ensure that the literacy in our community, it grows, because at the end of the day, once there is literacy in every household, it reduces poverty as it increases household income.
Now, I know we've talked about this before on the show previously when we've talked about the Literacy Society. You think literacy and you kind of think reading immediately, yes. Right? And that is a big part of what literacy is, but it's not just sort of literal reading that's kind of being taught and encouraged and developed with the people who access the service at the Literacy Society, correct?
That is correct, because when you look at every aspect of our lives, we have to think about where technology is concerned, because today we're all moving in the era of AI. So we have to be able to keep up with what's happening in our country, in the globe on a whole. At the same time, persons might need help or information where nutrition is concerned, because every day we try to stay healthy, we try to eat healthy and try to have a balanced diet. And also when you look at whether it's mental health or physical health, that also plays a major part in society and being able to, as we say, live as long as we can live, right?
Yeah.
So we have to look at all those different aspects and be able to look at how is it that we can improve, what different things that we can do, or just being able to have the knowledge of things takes us far away. Because some of the time when we hear things, we're like, oh, I didn't know that. So just knowing these things, or having someone to take you through the process, having someone to talk to, or just being able to go through things with having a partner there to guide you can indeed take you a far way.
Yeah. And I think I've previously even seen sort of things about financial literacy. For example, you've offered workshops and programs that help people with that too.
Yes, that is correct. Because when you look at times we might think that, oh, you have to have a lot of money or be earning a lot of income to be able to save or to be able to buy a house, a car, but you don't. So by us being able to partner with different organizations, including banks, we're able to give people the information that they need so that they can be able to secure a better future and do investments that will be able to help them later on in life.
Wow. Okay. Now, in terms of the society, sort of how it's set up, I mean, you covered a lot of ground there. Yeah. So you must have, quite a few different people who are kind of experts or very well knowledgeable in kind of each of those different things in order to offer these programs. You say, for example, you partner with banks to perhaps offer the financial literacy. Who else do you kind of work with in order to kind of, offer some of the other sort of literacy programs that you do?
So we also partner with the YMCA Foundry to be able to see how best we can help youths in the community and be able to meet their needs. We also have a Positive Living North, for which we would have done multiple workshops with and will continue to work with, just to ensure that we have the professional and the different sectors that's able to tap into the different age groups or just the different type of literacy aspects that we need in order to get the information out there.
Mm-hmm. And these programs, when people sign up for them, what's kind of the cost for people who want to be a part of it usually?
So for us, this is all totally free. So we try to ensure that all our programs are free so that persons do not have to worry about the expense part of it. We try to take care of that. So with that, we would normally try to do fundraising. We see grants and funding just to be able to ensure that these programs are at no cost to our residents.
Mm-hmm. And again, I mean, this is for, you offer programs. I've had my child in a program at the Literacy Society before. Got all the way to senior citizens you help too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we also partner with the library, which is our local library here in Fort St. John, to ensure that we're able to start from a tender age, not just through Dolly Parton, but also through the library to be able to give back and to help our children be able to have a brighter future.
Yeah. I mean, you've already touched on this in sort of answering these previous questions, but I wonder, if you want to expand on just the idea of why the Literacy Society is so important, in general, and even in a community like Fort St. John, where you have a lot of people who've been here a long time and maybe were born here and their parents were. But as you say, there's also people who have come here from other countries, other parts of Canada, who want to catch up, who want to learn new things and kind of amalgamate into society, as it were. Why is that so important in a place like this?
So in Fort St. John and even neighboring communities like Taylor, Hudson, Charlotte, just to name a few, it is important to have a literacy society because they are able to provide free services, because a lot of times persons don't have the funds to be able to get all the help that they need.
Yeah.
It's also there to ensure that there is a safe space for persons to be able to come to get the help that they need, and just to ensure that we're able to work with other organizations, profit and non-profit, and also to work with local residents to be able to provide that service that persons need, because we have a lot of schools here. So partnering with even schools, we're able to ensure that we're working towards a greater good of our youths for tomorrow. We're also able to ensure that persons are able to find work, because a lot of times there are challenges with finding work, whether you need to improve some part of the literacy, whether it's a skill or just knowledge, or even we're being able to speak English, because we do have a lot of immigrants here. So being able to help them to get to where we're all able to speak English or French fluently is able to help them in the workplace, so that when we as customers goes into these business places, they're able to understand us and be able to provide to us the service that we need.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose those partnerships are really important as well, because as you say, it may not be something you can help directly with, but you can say, here's where you can go and here's how we can help you get that, even if we're not providing the service specifically. Eh?
That is correct.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you about you for a minute, if we can, too, because you're fairly new to this job. You're 6 or 7 months in as the executive director. If you don't mind, tell us a bit about yourself, Danelle. What's your journey to kind of coming to the Fort St. John Literacy Society and being the executive director?
Okay, so I am an immigrant myself. I'm from the wonderful island of Jamaica in the Caribbean. I've been in Canada for over 2 years. Mm-hmm. I was at the Northern Lights College. I did a 2-year diploma. And just before finishing school earlier this year, I was like, okay, then I used to be a manager back home. I know that there's a lot that I have in me, and working since I've been here, I'm like, all right, then where can I best provide my knowledge and my skills to be able to tap into that? Because I do see a lot of potential in the Northeast region that we're at. And I remember I was on Indeed looking for work, and then Indeed send you those stuff. So I'm like, all right, I see these jobs, let me apply, let me see. Yeah. And from there, I saw the Fort St. John Literacy Society. I'm like, oh, this kind of tap into my background. Let me see what's there to be offered. And then I went ahead, I applied for the position, and here I am today, being able to work with my wonderful colleagues and also the local residents to be able to give back to the community.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose, as you say, being an immigrant yourself, while you may not have used the Literacy Society, those services, you understand very quickly how important they can be for people who are new to Canada and new to Fort St. John.
That is correct, because I would have also have friends or just classmates from school, and I would have seen where having access to certain things would indeed be a major improvement for them and would have helped them along the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to talk more about the Imagination Library and of course, all the things going on right now with the Literacy Society, because September is Literacy Month, so they have actually a bunch of different events to talk about. So more with Danelle Boyd of the Fort St. John Literacy Society right after this on This Week in the Piece.
New binders, new pencil crayons, new notebooks. We're always checking to make sure our kids have what they need. But this school year, they need more than new supplies. BC's classrooms are stretched thin, and our kids need the government to invest in their schools. Top of the list this year? A fair deal that gives teachers the time and the resources they need to make sure our kids have the support they deserve. A message from BC teachers.
Ready to move into a new home without the wait? Jandel Homes has spec and show homes available for immediate delivery. And during our show home clearance sale, you could save thousands. Explore a variety of beautifully finished homes with modern layouts, stylish finishes, and all the features you've been dreaming of. Don't wait. These homes are ready to go, and the savings won't last long. Start living your dream today with Jandel Homes. Visit jandelhomes.com or call now to get started.
Recreation in Fort St. John is at your fingertips. From drop-in fitness and kids camps to first aid and arts programs, there's something for everyone. Need to tire out the kids? Check out the inflatables or drive-in movies at the pool, active play options, swimming and skating lessons, and so much more. Visit fortstjohn.ca/activity-search to discover activities the whole family will love.
Enjoy gourmet-inspired, artisan-style pizza at Olio's Pizzeria and Eatery. Pick up, skip the dishes, DoorDash, or order online at oliospizzaandeatery.com. Olio's Pizzeria and Eatery, pizza of the North.
You gonna order from Olio's?
The gods have spoken, and they demand collectibles. Olympus Cards and Collectibles, where the legends of trading cards, figures, board games, and rare treasures come to life. Whether you're chasing down epic Pokemon pulls, rare Magic the Gathering cards, or divine board games, Olympus is your sacred ground. Join the pantheon of collectors today. Visit Olympus Cards and Collectibles, where every visit is a heroic quest. Across from the Totem Mall in Fort St. John.
For one day only, get 50% off amazing deals from your favorite businesses. These offers go live on October the 8th at 10 a.m. and quantities are limited. You'll buy online and have access to your coupons whenever you want to use them. You can visit halfpricewednesday.ca to see the deals, and if you sign up early, we'll send you reminders and instructions on how to redeem your purchases. Sign up now and save big at halfpricewednesday.ca. It's that simple.
You can watch this show live on Facebook, catch the replays at energeticcity.ca, or be part of the show by texting your thoughts to the Fort City Chrysler line at 250-787-2222.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Dub Craig. I'm here with Danelle Boyd of the Fort St. John Literacy Society. It is Literacy Month here in Fort St. John. I think other places as well, but I know this was declared specifically by Mayor and Council. And as such, this is a big month for the Literacy Society. You've got a bunch of different events running. We're going to get to the Imagination Library Radiothon in just a few minutes, but I want to take a moment to talk about some of the other events you're running this month, Danelle.
Awesome. So for Literacy Month, this month from the starting to the end of September, we have a lot of programs and workshops. So like even today, Friday at 4 p.m., we do have our film nights at the Literacy Society where you're able to just drop your kids off, have them chill with us, watch a movie, and then you can always pick them back up at 5 or 6 p.m. At 6:30 p.m., we have our weekly Zumba. When I say it is fantastic, because when you look at it, at times you're just so busy and you want to do something just to have fun, do a little workout, and it is breathtaking. It relieves all the stress that goes on, because I've indeed tried it myself. We also have workshops. So we try to partner with other organizations to be able to have workshops for seniors, for youth. So just to even mention that next week, Friday, which is the 19th of September, we will be having a youth workshop at the Literacy Society starting at 11 a.m., where we will have different type of programs for our youth, whether it's painting, arts and craft. We're also able to do dance and music, and we will also have conversation circles surrounding health and wellness, also in partnership with the Positive Living North.
I believe that's the Pro D day, if I remember right, for schools. So kids will be out of school that day.
Yes.
So perfect day to have something for your kids to do.
It is.
Wonderful. And then, of course, you've got the Glow Run coming up this month, too, as well, right?
Yes, we do. So on Friday the 26th at 7:30 p.m. at Kin Park, we do have our 3rd annual Glow Run and Walk event. So with this event, you're able to just dress up in your different items, just glowing, coming out with your friends, your family, your co-workers, and just being able to have a good time. So we have quite a few sponsors for this event. So one of our major sponsors, which is our platinum sponsor, is Tourmaline. We also have silver sponsors, for instance, Northern Lights College. We have EPSCAN. We have Popeyes. We also have SJA Promo, and we have Signline. And just to name a few of our other in-kind sponsors, we have Driving Force. We have Denny's and Barwan. We also have Canadian Water Serve and Save, Good Life Fitness, Ernie Sports Experts, Red Tomato Pies, Nature to Nurture, Brown Social House, and Mr. Mike. So this is indeed an event not to miss. And guess what, Dub? We have an awesome swag bag this year.
Nice.
Yes. And
everyone loves a good swag bag.
Listen, this one. So we do have our drawstring bags this year, for which will be filled with lots of exciting goodies inside. And guess what? Just to top it off, we do have a few prizes just to add this year. So we have raffle prizes. We have the best dress prize. We also have the first and second and third persons to come across the finish line. We also have prizes for you.
Excellent. And again, this is also a fundraiser for the Literacy Society. Is there something specifically that money goes towards, or is it kind of general?
So that is pretty much general. So that is just to be able to help towards all the free programs that we provide for residents locally.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's get to the Imagination Library. This is a wonderful program. I've talked about it my entire time here at Moose FM because my daughter was in it. We got her started on it in Shetwind when we were there. And when we moved here, it had just started up. So we got her re-enrolled here in Fort St. John. And she got a free book a month up until she was 5 years old. They were wonderful books. They were age appropriate. They were about a whole lot of different things. Some of it was about learning. Some of it was just stories. It was wonderful. I can't speak enough about how great that program was. It's such an important program to the community. And again, it's free for the kids who are involved in it. So it's barrier free. And it's a great sort of way to build up your child's library as they grow up. Unfortunately, it's in danger of not only not being able to accept new people, which you can't at the moment, as I understand it, but just kind of ending in general. So we're having a big radiothon on the 17th about it. Tell us a bit about the Imagination Library, and how it works for people who maybe never heard of it before to know.
Okay, so for the Imagination Library, persons are able to go to the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Foundation website, or even to our website at fsjliteracy.ca. And once you do go to our programs, you will see the Dolly Parton option where you can indeed get more information and sign up. So you can print the forms out, sign up, mail them in to us, and we're able to put in the registration for you. Or you can go to the Dolly Parton website to be able to register there. So it's pretty much about giving books to our youths, as Dub stated, 0 to 5 years old, just to ensure that we are already developing their minds to be open to read, to be open to learn, because at the end of the day, we're going to need leaders for tomorrow, Dub.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not. So we have to be able to start it from a tender age. And at that point in time, whether it's parents or caregivers or just simple family members being around siblings, you're able to connect with your younger ones, to be able to bond and just share life experiences with them and be able to tell them about stories where sometimes when we think back about stories we learned as a kid, we laugh today because they have shaped us into the person we are today. For the Imagination Library, it costs us about $50 for each child to get a book.
Yeah.
So
per year, I think $50 a year
per
for
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yes. So when you look, per month. When you look at it, being able to provide these books do comes with expenses along the way. So how we are able to fund this program is that every year we try to do a fundraising event, which is the radiothon that we started last year, just to be able to raise the amount of funds that we need. So last year our aim was $38,000, for which we was able to reach with one of our major donors being AltaGas, who had a matching donation of $10,000, for which we are truly appreciative of. And just to say thank you to all our donors who was able to contribute last year, because you made the program successful. Because with that, just between last year September and this year August, we were able to provide books to 799 children.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. At a total of 7,000, to be exact, 7,293 books we provided in total.
that's mind-boggling to think about how many books we sent out. That again, were free to the kids who were
free
signed
to
up,
the kids, no cost at all.
Yeah. So this fundraiser that we're doing on the 17th, again, we're going to be outside of Safeway, taking your cash, your card, donating what you can. Is it about maintaining? Is it about expanding further? Because as I understand it, there's you're hoping to kind of grow this program again too, because there's 700 or so kids in it now. There's way more kids who could be in it in Fort St. John as well, right?
Well, to date, we have about almost 600 kids in the program, but we're always getting registrations, because even yesterday I picked up 2 mails for which persons are interested to register. We do currently still have a little bit of wait list. That's about 2 months out.
Yeah.
As we reduce the wait list, it goes back up. So we're always trying to, but we do have persons who are graduating. So once we see where a person's graduating, we're able to accept more people into the program based on the amount of funding that we have to cover each month's expense.
I see. Okay. What's kind of the goal then for this year's fundraiser? How much do we want to raise?
So for this year, our goal is to raise $40,000 just to be able to cover the year's expenses that is associated with it. Mm-hmm. We have quite a few donors already on board, and we have already started to get the fund going, and we're still looking. And on the 17th, we're indeed looking to see a lot more individuals and organizations coming out just to be able to support us.
Absolutely. It's going to be a wonderful day. It was a lot of fun last year. So again, that's the 17th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. outside Safeway, the Imagination Radiothon. We're going to be there.
Yes.
Literacy Society people's going to be there. We've got some fun ideas in store for that as well. Yes. Now, last thing I want to end on, Danelle, is, sometimes people don't have money to give, but they maybe have time to give. What can they do maybe to help out the Literacy Society, or find out how they can give time if they have it to give to the society?
Awesome. So we're always accepting volunteers, whether it's to be able to have one-on-one tutoring with persons who need help in different aspects, whether it's English, math, homework help. We also have where if persons are able to volunteer to be able to teach math classes, technology classes for digital improvement skills. If persons are able to help us with different other programs. So say you have something in mind, we can indeed work on it with you. And if you're able to do that program, because currently our Zumba instructor, she's a volunteer, and we just want to say thank you to CJ for all the hard work, and she's really, really, really good.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we've got about a minute left here, Danelle. Anything you want to say before I let you go today?
Sure. So I just want to be able to say that the Literacy Society is here to help each and everyone. Do not be afraid. Our office is always open. You can call us at 250-785-2110. You can email us at info@fsjliteracy.ca or coordinator@fsjliteracy.ca, and we'll definitely be able to help you. We are friendly, so come in, have a chat with us, and we'll see how best we can help you towards improving in any aspects of your life.
Wonderful. Danelle, thank you so much for making some time with us. I know this is a very busy time for you, and I guess we'll see you on Wednesday for the Radiothon.
You will. Thank you, Dub.
Thank you very much. Again, that's Danelle Boyd with the Fort St. John Literacy Society. A very big thanks to her for making time for us, and thanks to you for tuning in. You can listen to the show again by checking out the podcast at energeticcity.ca/podcast. There's this and future episodes that'll be there. Of course, the many past episodes are there as well. And while you're there, some excellent weekend listening. You can check out the other locally produced podcasts we do here called Before the Peace as well. That's our show. I'm Dub Craig. Be well.
Join us again next Friday morning at 10 for another edition of This Week in the Peace, your weekly talk show dedicated to the people, events, and news of BC's Peace region. Or you can listen to this podcast again at energeticcity.ca.
Do you have something positive you'd like to share with the community? We here at Moose